Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. He conquers the markets, he turns water into wine. His timing flows where chaos turns divine. Cut sharp enough to time the sign. Yeah, this man's no common trader. He commands the market's numbers. We call him Chef Bailey. The market bends beneath his flame. Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. Markets move, they twist and swing. Every tick can burn or blink. Ryan keeps calm, he trusts his thing. The charts tell him everything. But when T1 makes ding, 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 the futures spread their hidden wing. And he is ready for anything. Vic's still looking like a restless king.
Ryan once said,
you know, trading is like going to war in a sense, right? So you don't go to war without a plan.
this is why Ryan built a proven trading plan, and it's already transforming lives. These reviews from real members say it all, directly from Trustpilot, where our members give 5-star reviews about the Substack, course, and community. Don't trade without a plan. Subscribe to Substack now. Conquer the markets.
And we are back. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you guys. Happy Tuesday. Happy post-market breakdown. So it's good to see you guys. And listen, Captain Bailey, ahoy, mateys. I am here waiting for my ship to come in, or should I say for my trade to come in. It has been a slow couple days, and you guys know I am always after the bangers. And so we haven't had much movement. So I just am sailing the 7 seas of the ES, waiting for my trade to come in and waiting to share it with all of you as well. So we actually had a few really good levels play today in the trade plan. And I figured we'd go over that, kind of go over a little bit of VIX, because it was interesting today too. It was very strange, actually. We watched something very weird happen in real time. I wasn't sure if it was a data error, but I want to go over that, which I thought was kind of cool. And then we're going to talk a little bit about SPX, and then kind of what I think for tomorrow. I mean, or just ultimately this week at some point. So we're going to go into the good spots here, and share some love as far as some free alpha is concerned. So first and foremost, as usual, guys, make sure you like and subscribe across all these socials: YouTube, X, Substack, TradingView. Hit it right now. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. Retweet this. Tell your friends we're doing our thing. All right. So that's number one. Number two. All right. So this is the big event for the week, and actually for the month. This is the How to Trade a Trade Plan webinar. So I do this once a month, guys, just once a month. If you are thinking about picking up this trade plan, or you are a current subscriber and you have not been to this, I highly recommend that you sign up for this. I go over the trade plan top to bottom all the time, just to talk about exactly what you should be looking for in the plan every single day. So we go over the options levels, both the GEX and the options volatility levels. We go over the range calculations and the actionable setups, which is the most important. And really, by the time you get done with this webinar, you will be a viper. You'll know how to read this plan within 5 minutes. Yeah, hi, Captain. Oh, hey, mateys. Man, I'm just waiting for the ship to come in, Piper. Waiting for the trade to come in. It's been a little slow today, so had to keep one eye peeled open today. But I'm still alive. I'm here to fight another day. So this is gonna be Thursday at 7 p.m. guys. Make sure you sign up for this. I'll be giving away probably 3 free prop firm evals now. So I did 3 last time. I gave 3 away. one guy didn't claim his, so I might as well go ahead and add it to the queue. I normally give 2 away. All you have to do to register or to win these is just to register. You don't even have to attend if you've never been there. Now, if you're there, I usually have a special for people who are there as well, just to encourage people to show up. So, anyways, long story short, if you can't make it, but you still want to, watch the video, make sure you register, and I'll get that going for you. What's up, Bob? Good to see you, player. Always a pleasure. So, nice and slow. I saw you dibbling dabbling in the NQ room today. I hope you made it work. So, when is the webinar? It is Thursday at 7 o'clock, Piper, Eastern time. 7 o'clock Eastern. You guys will see a bunch of posts about it. It was in the trade plan this morning. I will also have it on social media here soon and all that other stuff. Howdy, sir. Howdy, sir. We are Captain Bailey's in the house. And I wanted to just talk, even though today was a super slow day, I was sitting here, and one of the reasons it was late today is I was literally sitting here thinking, like, what am I going to present? And then I got to going over the trade plan, and it did actually play pretty good today. So I wanted to go over it and talk about some serious levels that we're looking at. And really, we've been sitting in a position right now for quite some time where I think everybody really needs to understand the importance of these spots. So let's go over it. And really, I'm not going to read the whole plan to you today. I mean, we only had 20 points worth of move or something like that. We had one little news spike down today, which kind of gave an opportunity. And wouldn't you know it, I was literally getting coffee when that happened. I was not excited. I don't know even what happened to it. But anyways, you'll see. So here's the deal. The 7 red days and the 77.52 bull bear line in the sand. And where are we getting the 7 red days? Well, this is just from the cash session chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Today was 8 red days. And look at how we balanced inside these. Like, look at this. This is a ridiculous price action. We had one decent sized candle. Wasn't even great. This is only, honestly, what is this, 40, 60 points? And we've had 3 days contained within that 60-point range, which is just rough. And it's really all kind of being kept down by this 77.14 daily. It's really important that we understand what this is, because even if we do pop above it, which I think we're going to, okay, this is going to be a great level for people to use to say, oh, you can't say you missed it. Because what I'm saying is if we pop above it and you didn't get the tippity top, we get back underneath 14. I'm going to show you why this is going to be such a good level to basically add into your trade once we get to that point. And really, it's all about the 77.37, which I'm going to show you soon. So here's the deal, guys. And I really wanted to break down, because I've said many times before, and you're going to hear me say it in the webinar again on Thursday, that a lot of times all you got to read is the trade plan title and subtitle. I believe that and the final thoughts, you're going to be good. 5 minutes. I would read the first couple paragraphs and then just skip all the way to the end. It's going to tell you exactly what you need to focus on. And this is a perfect example of that right here. We talk about the 77.52 bull bear line. I'm going to show you about that. And then we're also going to talk about, like, again, here you go, breaking down the 77.14 midpoint pivot. And then, we've got this 16.15 VIX ceiling. I got to show you this. This level is crazy too. So it's really interesting stuff we're happening here. So this was the 4-hour chart that I published actually this morning with the trade plan. As you can see, right from the giddy up, we're smacking 77.15 again. This is a big daily. We had a beautiful call wall here. And, this is pre-market. It's like, it already happened by the time I sat down to write, which was like 7 o'clock in the morning, right? And so I'm like, I clearly missed that one, right? But I'm like, we should go higher. We should come up in here. And I do truly believe that. I really believe this is where we could come here, by the way, guys. Just to kind of, spoiler alert, 77.37, 77.29. I do believe this place will get some love. And here's the deal, why this 77.15 is so big. And we'll talk about that. And then, of course, we were eyeing the 77 or 76. 73, which I'm going to talk about. I didn't love it. We even talk about it in the trade plan, but lo and behold, it did actually do a little something. So we're going to go over that, because if you were really super thirsty today, and I could see easily being super thirsty, this actually played pretty well. And to be quite frank, if I was around when this would have happened, I would have been part of those super thirsty candidates. So I'm just going to throw it out there. A trade was had. Ryan missed it. So now I'm waiting around in the 7 C's waiting for my trade to come in, right? So here's the ETH daily chart, which I wanted to share with you guys. This is really actually a beautiful chart. And it shows the 14 right here, which I really, really liked. And you can see we bumped our head on it 2 different times. I mean, perfect touches. So this is what I was saying. If we pop above this and we get back below it, it's a huge momentum shift pivot. Just don't forget about this level. Like, put it on your chart, okay? And then obviously this 73, this is a beautiful leg to this all-time high. I truly believe this is still untested, and I believe it can get a great smack, and I like where it's placed at in terms with the 4-hour chart. I like that the monthly VWAP is there. I like that our value area low is there from last week. I like a lot of, or excuse me, value area high. I like a lot of things about this area, which lead me to believe as long as we stay below 37, we are gonna keep coming down, but it is untested. And for me, you guys know I am happy to sit on my hands, because if I can pull a 50 piece out of this, and I got to sit and wait for a couple days. So Ryan had to wait a couple days for $5,000, and I suggest you guys do that as well. Now I know there was money to had today, money to be had today. So let's go ahead and get into that. So this was actually the whole spot about the 4-hour, which I wanted to present to you. This is after the fact. So I showed you what it looked like before, and then this is what it looked like basically right now. And as you can see, we are just sitting down here, kind of accumulating, and we swept the lows yesterday, but clearly, down here, do you see this orange box? This says gap. We haven't quite filled the gap from 2 Tuesdays ago when we had that monster move up. And to be quite honest, I don't know if we'll fill the whole thing or not. But what I do anticipate happening is at least the previous all-time high getting touched at 76.48. That's what I truly think can happen at a minimum. Now, I couldn't fill the gap and come down to the 76.22 and the 7600. Absolutely. Right, 100%. But I'm just saying, at a very minimum, I'm still thinking we can go a little lower. But again, I just wanted to show you how important this daily was, and we'll see, because right now we're still down on all time frames. So this is the very first part of the trade plan. We found ourselves in a very significant area of resistance, and the real midpoint pivot this morning is the 74.14. This is the level we're bumping our head on, and the one that has capped us twice now. Hey, I capped us twice, right? Beautiful call wall there too. Perfect freaking call wall. Unbelievable stuff. Right, and so this was kind of the real spot for us, and this is going to be big again for you guys tomorrow. And I'm just kind of putting this out there. If we pop up here and play this 29.37, and you're like, oh shit, I missed it. You didn't miss it, right? Just wait for us to get back underneath 15. You'll be fine. It'll come on down for us. No big deal. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the next one. So this was the interesting stuff. We were actually looking at this online. Everybody, this is the 16.15 ceiling up here. As you guys know, for days we've been bumping our head on this. We gapped up on Monday. We even bumped our head on this again today, but it wasn't the way that I anticipated them bumping their head on it, right? So it's really interesting. Because VIX is elevated, being above the 1495, but we're still bumping our head on the 16.15 daily. This is the big above below trigger. We have this massive ceiling above us at 16.15 that's kept a lid on things since Tuesday of last week. We really need to pop this area if we're going to pursue higher. And then I'm just going to skip the bullshit and come down here. If they can't push above 16.15, we will come down to the lower support area. The weekly I have at 15.13 that could present a buying opportunity for VIX. Look at this touch. Price was just sitting there this morning at 15.13. I told her, we're in the room. There's a bunch of us. I'm like, guys, can you look at your VIX and see if it's working? Because I couldn't get it to work. Like, it was just sitting there. Everybody's like, yeah, same thing. Must be a data error. And the next thing you know, we just started to see this thing take off. It was ripping. Went right back up here in one move. And then what did they do? They capped 16.15 and sent us all the way back down. I was like, this thing is unbelievable. So the levels played great. It was just weird. The whole thing was weird. I did want to highlight, though, like, hey, the levels played really good. So that was kind of fun. And that was honestly that big push down that we had in the indices. And I say big push. shit, it was only like 30 points. So, I guess that was big in comparison to what we've been seeing, but it was literally, it was gross. If you guys traded today, it was gross, and like I said, I unfortunately didn't get on it. So, anyways, here's some cash context. Here's SPX. And again, I don't want to, stay in this the whole, elaborate a bunch on this. We didn't move much today, right? But I'm really just showing you how you can take advantage of this trade plan regardless. And this morning, we actually had some overhead resistance, which was this area here, the 76.74 and 76.79, that whole zone. This, I wasn't exactly sure we were going to open at, right? So I basically said, look, there's some really thick resistance right here, but given our price action this morning, we have an opportunity to open above it, and it could act as support. And that is exactly what happened. It actually pushed up really nice at the open. And then, of course, once we were back underneath it, we dumped. And then this became the resistance over and over again, not once, not twice, but all 3 times that we bumped our head into this. And I do think it could go up a little higher. I'll be honest, there's some areas in SPX a little higher as well. So we'll see what's up, right? And so here you go. So check this out. And again, this wasn't a super clean trade. And we even talked about this morning. I said, hey, listen, there is something down here. I don't love it because nothing's been gained, but it's clear that there's something here because we continue to accumulate at the lows, right? And so we had yesterday's point of control at 76.73. And then, of course, we had the weekly VWAP, which is also always big. I mean, that's the weekly value, right? And so, I was looking for price to push essentially below the 82 spot, which is where we essentially, that was like our first major spot if we were to come down, right? And so I was looking for that to happen. And basically, if it comes into this area, look for it to get back above the 76, 77 in order to confirm buyers have stepped in. And that is essentially, right above this this weekly VWAP here, which I'm going to show you how important that was today. And here's the fun part, right? So you look to get in here and take profits around 76.93. Right, and this 76.93 was a big level for us, which I'll show you in the next trade. Actually, and it's amazing because this level played as for the long pre-market, and then also played for the short. This was the same 4-hour that I just showed you guys in SPX. So it was good stuff, and really this is kind of our big interim momentum pivot today, which I just couldn't get over today. So that actually had an opportunity, and I'll show you right here. This is what I was thinking. Like, it did sweep lower. It came into our put walls. Again, it wasn't clean, but if you were really thirsty, you could see it accumulate basically above the 1 standard and above this 4-hour, above yesterday's point of control, and you really could have rode it up for about 12 or 15 points. I even talked about it in the room, and I told everybody, I said, I'm just not interested in that. And I personally passed on it. And we were about right here when I was talking about it. And so what could I get out of that? 10 points? Fucking big deal, right? It wasn't worth me putting the risk on for 10 points. Like, it just wasn't. So, was the trade there? Absolutely. And I'm going to show you another one, right? So here's another one. And I didn't take this one either. Called it for the room, right? Once we were underneath this, we popped up. I said, guys, the same 4-hour at 76.93 is more than likely untested. We played it from the top down. It was untested from the bottom up. This thing smacked perfect. This was our former resistance turned support. When I wrote it, we were above it. Again, think about it. Former resistance turned support. Okay, now we're below it. Now what is it? Oh my God, now it's resistance. Amazing. And look, it even played for 13 or 15 points, whatever, for the smack. So the trades were here. If you were looking for 10 points, they were here all day long, actually. So, I personally am usually looking for at least 15 or so. So I just passed, right? And it's okay. I'm going to get my big one. Don't you worry. It's coming. And then I'm going to have to wear my fucking lucky leprechaun hat, and we'll have to show out. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So, all right. So here's what I also wanted to show you guys. Now, I took a really nice picture of this. I noticed it today, and I really drew a line over this, so it was really more pronounced, and you could see it. It's usually a purple line, which is, for me, I try to keep my charts color-coded and clean as possible, kind of faint. So anyways, I drew it in here so that you could see we really rode this weekly VWAP all day today. We kept kind of pulling back into this zone. We played the IB low and, kind of just really held weekly value as they've continued to kind of move lower inside this massive accumulation phase. I mean, look at this. We're doing it again, right? We're doing it even in a more small and compact range now. Like, this is the ETH, right? So this means this is 23 hours a day, 5 days a week, and this is just cash, right? But just look how we're not going anywhere. Like, this is such bullshit. I'm sorry. It is. It's summertime bullshit. And so Captain Bailey will wait for his trade to come in. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't going to throw my money away. I work way too hard for it, and I'm trying to buy this fucking exhaust for my Ducati, and this shit's $8,000, and I'm not about to give it to this market. All right, so next one. I think that was it. Actually, I think that was it. So there you go. So the lesson for the day, and I posted it here before. Can I open this? Is it going to let me? Please let me. That would be great. So the lesson for the day, stick to the process. As we sit here, we saw a couple good trades for 10 pointers. I had people in the room that were making money. I actually didn't even bring anybody over. I probably should. My girl, Rhonda, once again, Rhonda is one of the newest course holders. I think one of the second or third of the last ones who bought one. Anyways, long doesn't matter. Long story short, she's come in swinging. I love it. She beat another. Oh, look at Zoog. Oh shit. Here you go. Oh, look at Sam. I didn't even see this. Look at it, Sam. $739. Go room. Go room. Look at Zoog. $2,200. Robert at $1,200. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. I had no idea they were in here getting it. Okay, that's what's up. Robert over here, $1,260 times 6. Okay, Bob, get some, son. I had no idea. Okay, let's see. Look at Rhonda. As I said, Rhonda passed her 25K early this morning. I turned it off. Man, go Team Vici. That's what's up. Okay, that excites me. That is super exciting. So, all right, well, with that being said, everybody else was able to manage the 7 C's of the ES, while I, Captain Bailey, will wait for my big whale. And that is what's going to happen until tomorrow. So I highly encourage all of you to wait for the trade plan first thing in the morning. We're going to catch a big fish. You just got to be patient. And tomorrow, you hang out with me. Tomorrow, same time, same channel, we're going to conquer the markets. I will see you guys. Be good and talk to you later. Adios and go touch some grass.